splendid Thursday afternoon. Hope you're well. Hope you're going to demonstrate how well you are by joining us on the AutoZone listener line, 901-360-8255. 901-360-8255. Get in the zone. AutoZone, it's a, what I call a hairy special edition of the program. Anthony saying.
Got special guest behind the glass today.
Oh, man.
Jalen Rose, all the way from ESPN.
What up, though?
I mean,
What up, though?
The chop is.
I mean, extremely chopped. Hey, I don't know if you guys
man.
are watching the HD on your computer, but I wish you could see Darren's haircut, the immaculatism. Why don't you tweet that out, man? Tweet a picture.
Yeah, tweet that out.
Yeah, man. You
Geometry. It's a geometric.
perfect
Situation right there.
I doubted to get any likes. I tweeted out a puppy to see what would happen. Nothing. I thought puppies and cats get all the likes.
No, it don't matter, man. It don't matter about the likes, man. People need to see it.
No, the people.
If you know, you know, man.
Yeah.
If they don't get it, tell them stay on that side. Hey, got
Stay on
Jalen
that
Rose.
side.
Got Jalen Rose behind the glass over here.
Take us through that. Take us through your what happened between last show.
He's looking a little different, man.
Take us through the
Had to go and holler at my man Roosevelt right around the corner, man.
Roosevelt is
Roosevelt.
your gentleman.
Absolutely.
Takes
Roosevelt
care.
listening at the barbershop. Like,
What'd you ask Roosevelt? What was your specific instructions?
give me that thing. Give me that thing.
Give me that Jalen Rose.
Yeah.
Give me that Jalen Rose?
Yeah, that Jalen Rose. You know what? He actually hates that barbers. Like, actually, good barbers, they hate that. He's like, I don't know what that is. So whatever.
Yeah, he gave you something, all right.
You got it, though, man. That's it.
You got it. Look
You
at
in
you.
For the Beale Street Music Fest. Watch out for me this weekend, man.
Oh, it's over. It's going to be hell to pay when Darian step out of the town, man.
Man, this guy is something else. This guy's something else, ladies and gentlemen.
My pickled cucumbers out there.
Yeah. 2s and 3s.
I mean, it is. I mean, truly.
Oh, you in there, man.
I mean, it's truly lined up. Like it is. You could do.
That's that razor line.
I mean, that is a
Your hair like you take it off at night. Like you just take your whole hair off and sit on the side of the bed, man.
Pythagorean
Put it on
theorem.
just about a high 40. The high 40, see the hair about a high 40.
The right angle.
Yeah, there you go.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. You could do a hypotenuse right there between those two things. Look at that.
Darren, you in there, man. I ain't.
My friend said it's definitely Jalen Rose.
It's definitely what?
Jalen Rose for sure.
Oh, yeah,
That's definitely
Jalen.
for sure.
I'm just not long.
It doesn't quite have those. It doesn't quite have those waves that Jalen's got, but other than that, it's
Yeah, you in there, Darren. I'll look at him just placed perfectly in the light, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah,
he's showing out.
Oh yeah.
Lord is smiling on him.
He's showing out.
Oh man,
That's beautiful.
for sure.
I mean, hey, when is your next?
Man, I was supposed to go today.
Yeah.
I got some stuff going on. I'm gonna not be.
Me and him both went. I went Tuesday. He went.
Oh man, I'm
yesterday,
leaving y'all
so,
out.
Yeah,
Oh man, I'm letting y'all
you're
down.
letting us down.
Letting y'all down,
Man, come on. We got this. This is the most.
Most chopped show on,
Yeah.
Man,
on there.
My barber went up $10, man. No, hold on.
what?
10. What is it? Hold on.
$10.
He went up $5 for me and $5 for Gabe, so it's $10 total.
Mine
My
created an
barber
app
still didn't
now.
do it.
Now they
He
have
got
an
an
app.
app, yeah.
Now they
He
have
got an
apps. I had no idea.
Yeah, you can book and everything. You ain't got to do nothing, but just show up. You ain't got to call them and say, "Can I get in?" No, you just go on the app. You can like send them out for referrals. Like, here's my barber. Oh, it's a new day, man. This barber game is crazy.
Why'd he go up?
Inflation, man. Hey, today's price ain't yesterday's price.
Is that we having like supply issues with scissors and razors and
Supplies, man.
the blue stuff that they put the stuff in? Is that we having trouble
Blue
getting that
stuff.
stuff in?
Supply and
Man,
demand.
that's, okay, all right.
Inflation touch everybody, man. I don't go around telling people what they need to charge for something, man. I can't tell nobody how much their time costs.
Hey, I say either you pay or you don't. I mean, there's no sense complaining.
If you
about
broke, stay at home.
it. I mean, if you don't want, yeah, just don't go out there and get the.
Grizzly fans complaining out here again.
Get the chop.
It's poor people around. Hide your money, y'all. These poor Grizzly fans.
Let's say hide your money.
Yeah, they're
At this
complaining.
point, hey, you know what? I was with game 1. I think there was a point, but with game 5 or game 7 or whatever it's going to be, no.
What we talking about?
You know, the Grizzly fans complain about ticket prices. At this point, there's no.
No, it's been a little rebuttal saying that the fans been kind of lame, which they have been, understandably though. I mean, it's been kind of a stressful season. I'll say this too, man. Y'all can get mad if you want. Text in AutoZone text line. Listener line 901 3608255 where you can give us a call. I won't be talking to you. You can tell Darian how you feel.
Jalen, sir.
Yeah,
Tell Jalen.
yeah. Jalen Newsom over
Got
there.
to give the people what they want.
Yeah, Wu-Tang
Give
Wednesday.
the people.
But no,
what they want.
I have to be honest about something, man. I think that as a fan base, we kind of got a little too much too soon in our 23 years?
Mm-hmm.
In our 20, whatever amount of years, time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We weren't really bad long here. You know what I mean? And we've been either decent in the hunt playoff team a lot of these 22, 23 years. And we kind of got like a show me something approach when it comes down to our games as far as crowd reaction is concerned. Like, we're kind of reactive instead of being proactive. Like, when things are rolling, FedEx Forum is amongst the most, amongst the best, amongst the loudest, arenas. But it's a lot of just dead moments when you're at games, man. And I think this just kind of comes from, I don't know. We take a weird approach.
No, man, to me, it's very predictable. You have to remember that the more money people pay for tickets, the less they're going to be cheering. It's there's a
yep. It's almost like a correlation.
It is. I'm telling you, there's an inverse correlation because there's a certain clientele that gets attracted by tickets that are at these price levels, and those types of people, they like to go to the game to be seen. They like to go to drink. They like to go to have fun. They like to go with their bring clients and colleagues and whatever. But generally speaking, the true party is up in the terrace level.
Yeah. And
even as those tickets go up, the sound from the Forum comes from the lower bowl.
Right.
You could. And we've seen it. I mean, I remember Tiger games where they've curtained off the entire upper level, and that lower bowl it sounds like there's 15,000 people in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, those lower bowls now are filled with people that they're not.
People are too snooty.
In large part, they're not the most,
or they ain't in the best mood because they know they overspent.
Well, no, I would say it's more the first. I think the people that are there are happy to be there, but they know they spend a lot of money, and it's probably not the type of dude that was there 10 years ago. That's there's not a ton of that. So I think that's a big part, and I think that's true of. I mean, look at Laker crowds. Laker crowds are full of that. No one says that it's oh man, it's a nightmare to go and play in L.A.
Yeah.
No, that's not what L.A.'s known for.
Yeah, it's
LA's
always the middle class city.
Yeah, L.A.'s known
Sacramento,
for
Oklahoma City Thunder,
Utah.
Yeah.
Utah is always the racial stuff and everything else. That Utah makes it intimidating.
Yeah.
To go and play there. For some awful reasons sometimes, but that's true. The Sacramento was always like that. Like you pointed out, OKC. It's just when you kind of go up a notch, when you gotta go up in terms of pricing, you do price some true fans out of the mix.
Yeah.
So that's just a sacrifice that you kind of have to make. So
I always
assume,
stay at home, man.
But I always assumed that would be the case. That you'd go and you'd say, I mean, look, if we're going to be in this situation, then if you're going to see the Grizzlies in this situation, then you're going to lose some of that crowd. You're just going to lose some of that intensity. It's just not going to be there.
Mm-hmm. If you broke, stay at home. That's why I'm watching from the house. Because the media seat don't do it for me. I don't feel important when I'm sitting up there.
Hey, what have you guys heard about Bluff Park? The watch party?
Yeah.
At Bluff Park, is that nice? I hadn't heard of it. I had someone
I went last year. I think they're lying to me.
Could you see and all that good stuff? Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
I didn't like the screen. The screen wasn't nearly big enough for me.
Yeah, I hadn't been this year, so I don't know. No idea.
I
still don't understand why they're not just doing it right there in front of the plaza with their
in the pavilion
with that
area,
big,
right?
they got a big screen.
I don't understand it. Like
it's
not making sense.
Yep.
It's literally right outside of FedEx Forum. Like,
unless there's some situation with like the hotel or the businesses over there that they don't want that many people in that one little area.
Well, I would love if they would say that. I would love if they would just
say
that.
Bill Street though. Think about it.
I know, but it's.
I would love if they just said
that. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Though.
Makes perfect sense.
I don't know why you wouldn't use that.
Man,
maybe that
Silky's
screen
is right there.
Maybe that screen can't be used for like TV, like video. I've only ever
maybe
seen
someone else owns it. They're like, we're not.
Well, no, I've only ever seen it show like ads. I don't know if they didn't get the cable hooked up. Maybe that's maybe they got to get the cable hooked up on that thing.
I think you get Juicy saying 5 minutes with that screen.
How funny would that be though if they were like bootlegging a stream and like it started buffering on the big screen? Like, hold on, man.
Yeah, I mean,
let me go find another source. Hold on, let me talk to my guy on this
yeah,
one.
and
Call Devin Walker for that, right?
Let me just hey, look, I got to talk to my guy. We we got to change the account on that. No, the server. Let me just change the server on this. So then we're good.
yeah, and props to Dustin Starr who comes on. He's coming on today. Today, of course, is Wrestling Thursday, and he was talking about it last week. But man, the screen just wasn't it last year. Like it just wasn't it, man. And I'm really ticked off. We've had an entire year of knowing we were going to the playoffs, to plan for something dope, and it just ain't here. As far as your what's the word? Your auxiliary sites for watching games, and it just ain't. This ain't it, man. Like the park experience is dope because it's really cool. They got food trucks out there. They've got like the hype team is out there. They're doing all that stuff. Dustin's there. BLJ is there. All that. It's just like you're at a game, except you're just sitting out there in your lawn chairs. You got your beer, whatever you're doing. It's cool. But it's just not. It just ain't it, man. Like it ain't loud enough and the screen ain't big enough. It's just, I don't know. I'm really sound like one of these broke fans.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
So
Why don't you stay at home?
Well, just stay at home.
Stay at home and watch it.
Stay at home and
Yeah,
watch
why
it.
don't you stay at home and
on
watch
the
it right
70 inch,
there?
man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just stay at home. Just stay at home, man. That's all. That's all.
Hey, man, I don't care where you watch it. I don't care where you're sitting at. Grizz 6, man. We about to close this thing out tomorrow.
I hope so. I hope so.
It's over. They done woke up a sleeping giant, man.
I hope so.
They called 12 and he up now. Gave him a wake up call.
I hope it continues. There was no doubt there was a wake up call in that fourth quarter. It was crazy. It was like the switch was flipped. The electricity was turned on. It was time to go. There it is right there. All right, so we're gonna talk Grizzlies and Wolves. We're gonna talk NBA. We're gonna talk with our buddy Rob Fisher coming up in our next segment about all of those things and more. We'll talk NFL draft, which starts tonight. Round 1 is tonight. I don't know. I feel like
How dare the NFL draft have a draft during the playoffs?
they do it every year. So I don't know how dare they, but they've been doing it for a while. This is the last few years they've done the thing where it's turned into 3 nights, and they have first round on Thursday night, and then Friday night, second and third, and then the weekend is 4 through 7. They're also going to have a whole deal where like it's in Vegas and like guys are going to like sail across the water to get to the I'm not sure what they're going to float on a boat to get to Roger Goodell or something like that. We got to watch these like goofy ass Roger Goodell bro hugs. I want to outlaw that. That makes me angry.
Somebody brought up one of my favorite NFL draft memories.
That makes me really angry.
They had me laughing my eyes out this morning. I can't remember who the kid was. He got drafted by the Titans. And his girlfriend was like trying to hug all on him.
Oh, no, it was CeeDee Lamb. It wasn't the Titans.
No, it wasn't. He was.
You talking about the one that took the phone or the one that was
No. The girlfriend was trying to hug on him.
Oh,
and his mom came in and was like, no, baby, you ain't. You do a little bit too much. Just get out the frame right now. No. Because this ain't that.
Did you see CeeDee Lamb? CeeDee Lamb is one of my all-time favorites.
I remember that one, too.
CeeDee Lamb, he's got 2 cell phones. And he's
his girl
and his girl grabs the cell phone off his lap, and he just immediately doesn't even look at her. He just grabs it right back from her in the middle. It's like no, you ain't looking at this. No, this isn't. No, that's not yours. No,
Yeah.
And she kind of looked like, oh yeah, no.
Hey, just to remind you, this ain't it.
Some people in Memphis should have did that last week.
Listen,
They grabbed that phone right on back.
Oh, exactly. Hey, leave my phone. You put my business out there too tough.
No.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, we can't be having that.
Yeah,
no,
man.
It was one of the all-time great. I gotta find that video. It was fantastic. So that's the NFL draft is tonight. Yeah, yeah. Look at this right here. So watch my man here. He's getting called right here. Then his girl grabs the phone in the middle of the phone call. He's like, no.
Yeah, I remember that.
No, he's like,
I
no.
remember that.
He's like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
No.
That guy's.
And then he looks over at her again. He's like, no. What are you doing? Like, no.
This ain't that at all.
No. This is. Kid's got great hands. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, here's that one. Yeah, this is that one here that you're talking about. The girl.
Just doing too much, man.
Oh, I love you. Oh,
yeah, we made it. No, baby, get up. I mean, literally got her out the seat. Like, all right, let's roll. Yeah, man.
Like, you gotta stop this. Like, oh, you gotta stop this.
I love anything when somebody realizes this ain't that. I'm always
Man.
down for that.
I know.
For sure.
I know. I do. I really, really, really like it. When they had it at people's houses, that's the thing. I do miss the house call because you'd see some weird stuff.
Yeah.
The pandemic was it had its side effects that were interesting. I'll put it to you that way. I'm not an NFL guy per se. I mean, like I enjoy the NFL or whatever. I'm not like as manic about it as a lot of people are. Obviously, I enjoy watching it, but this year's draft, it feels like this year's draft is the most lackluster draft. Like,
yeah,
I guess because there's no quarterbacks, no skill position guys in the top, running. It's going to be mostly, defensive linemen,
offensive linemen, wide receivers.
I mean, wide receivers even. I don't know if we won't get a wide receiver in the top 10, maybe. We
yeah, Jameson Williams out of Alabama.
You think so?
Top 10.
He might. I mean, the kid Drake London,
he might.
all that. They're in the mix. But I'm just saying, it's not like it was. And so, with all due respect to a lot of these dudes, and it looks obviously there's it takes you a team to get these guys done. You got to have multiple dudes, and you got to have your linemen. You got to have these guys. They're hugely important positions. Don't get me wrong. That's just not exactly.
You're also missing that one or two Memphis Tiger that we normally really, really pull for.
I mean, I think you're going to
You
see.
got some there, but we don't have.
Well, Austin's a big deal because Austin.
Yeah.
How do you think he's going to go?
Like Dylan Parham's going to be, and he could be second.
Second day.
Yeah, he could be second day guy. Calvin Austin could be a second guy.
He could be second day for sure.
I think he will be a second day guy. But I mean, it's like Trevon Walker. Like, okay, was he even the best defensive player for Georgia last year?
Nope. I would definitely take Nakobe Dean over him.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just kind of whatever.
Shout out to South. Was it Horn Lake Nakobe Dean?
Yeah.
I do like that the draft does how it separates day one. It makes such a big deal out the first round.
It's the Anthony saying get them bums out of there.
No, seriously, making that like a big deal,
Yeah.
making it his own day.
No, I agree.
And stretching it out over the whole weekend. I'm a capitalist, man. Like I'm not mad at people getting as opposed by my teammate and co-host Peter. I'm not mad at people getting as much money as they can, bro. So, so I'm down for the day one shenanigans for sure. Peter,
Who said I was down?
Peter,
I wasn't down with that.
I noticed you still on Twitter, man. When you gonna get off Twitter, bro?
What do you mean?
When my boy Elon taking over things.
Oh, yeah.
When you getting off, man?
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. that deal ain't gonna go through.
You don't think so?
He already tanked his own stock 20%. Just
For real?
Tesla is already down 20%. He's already lost billions of dollars in value just from talking about this.
For real?
Man's an idiot. One of the
Man doesn't need any help purchasing
he is
it.
Have
yeah,
you
he
seen?
does. Yeah, he does. He
I
needs
thought he
help.
had the $48 billion in his pocket.
It's in the stocks. He has
Hey,
none
Pete,
of it in his pocket.
Quit trying to
He
count
has
that man
zero-
money, man. Quit trying to count that man money.
He has zero in terms of liquid.
Yeah.
And he's got to get that deal financed to the tune. It's going to cost him $1 billion by himself to get it financed. So he has to get that deal financed, and then all that. It's not. It doesn't.
Robert Perry let him hold something.
It doesn't even make any
Hey,
sense.
Peter,
The deal doesn't even make sense.
Quit trying to count that man money, Pete.
I'm not counting his money. You're all the other one counting his money.
Hey.
I didn't count his
That
money.
man got the money to make you change your mind about everything.
No, he didn't.
You a lie. He got the money to make me change mind about a whole lot of stuff.
No, he didn't. He's welcome to try, but I don't think
Hey.
so.
What say you, Darren?
We'll both be at that park on June 18th.
Man, it's Elon Musk. This guy's so smart. Come on, man. Ben is
Peter.
he is a very talented engineer and a very talented what's the right word for it? Entrepreneur. I'll use that term loosely. Man's used nothing but public funds and public money to get all this, and then he wants to take all it to himself. It's ridiculous.
So
All these dudes are like, all the infrastructure that they use to build all these companies and stuff, like they did it by themselves. Get out of here, man. Used a huge amount of public help.
if
China, by the way.
if his what's the name goes through,
China.
if it goes through, are you getting off Twitter?
I doubt it. I don't know why I would.
I don't know, man.
Why would I?
Cause you be doing all that talking, Peter. If you get that much a problem with the man, Get off Twitter when he get on there.
Did I stop being a Washington fan because they're owned by a complete maniac?
That's
No.
whenever I see people who are.
But I mean, I ask you a question. Did I? No.
No. I ain't see you.
My soccer team's been owned by a complete maniac for a year. I didn't. That's just part of it. What do I control that? What does it matter to me? If who it's owned by, I'm not. My presence on there is not
Are you gonna? I'm gonna tell you something else. I'm down for. Y'all can say what you want to say.
dumb. I don't understand that logic at all.
I'm gonna tell you something else though. Listen to this. Y'all
Okay.
get mad if you want to. Text us 901-360-8275. 8255. I'm down for charging to get on Twitter. And that's what he ended up doing.
I think it'd be shooting himself in the foot, but sure, if he wants to.
How you wouldn't pay to get on Twitter at all? You would just stop getting on there?
No, he stopped getting on there.
You were
stop.
adamantly against paying to edit your stuff. Now
Yeah.
you want to pay to get
No,
on
it's
it?
different though.
I just
No, I mean you go
Because if you force everybody to get verified on Twitter, it's gonna be a whole lot. It's gonna be a whole lot less toxic and stupid than it is now.
get out of here.
If everybody's gotta be verified, you gotta prove that you're a person.
Have you gone to?
You ain't gonna be
have
no
you-
bots on there.
Have you gone to Facebook? They got all kinds of verifications.
But I'm saying,
They don't
a
care.
lot of this stuff
Toxic.
people be saying,
It's garbage.
you gotta have a name behind you. I know exactly who you are. They ain't gonna talk like how they talking.
say they want to know where they work at when
they
they
would.
start talking crazy.
Yeah, they would. They would. People are stupid. Of course they would.
It'll slow down.
They wouldn't change anything.
And you ain't for to get if you get blocked.
Hey, if you think what Elon Musk is going to do based on his situation is going to make it better for people getting made fun of and all that stuff on Twitter, you're crazy. The man wants all he wants is not no moderation, no involvement on
Yeah.
anything. So no,
power to the people, man.
It's going to be worse than that. It's going to be the worst thing. It's going to be toxic.
Power to the people, Peter.
Yeah, it's going to be toxic. You're going to get on there. It's going to be just nothing but racists. It's going to be.
Wait till my boy Elon take. I'm gonna be on that man just talking grimy on Twitter. Y'all don't understand. Y'all been trying to cancel me for years. I'm coming grimy on Twitter.
Stupid. What a dummy.
I'm coming buns out, butt booty naked on y'all.
He is like.
Hey, you see that?
He is everything that's wrong. Why does he have that?
This is how you get Peter. This is how you get him fired up there.
With our society.
Tribal chiefism.
That
man.
guy is like hero. Like people make a hero. That is insane.
Hey,
It's insane.
I cape for rich people. I ain't gonna lie to you. So you did something successful. You making that kind of money.
I mean, you're scamming people. Absolutely.
Have you seen that video? Where they was talking about the Asian bootleg market. How you know how like the Asian their copyright laws over there are different. They'll do anything. Like they'll make a fake version.
Not so much different as they just not really enforced.
They don't care, right?
Yeah.
So they said, so they was like the Asian marketers went too far. It was like a Asian guy that looked just like Elon Musk.
Yep.
And it was so funny.
Elon, hey, that's where he made his. That's where he's done a lot of his work. He's over there in China.
Oh
so,
man.
if y'all want to cape for that guy, then
Hey man, Elon,
it's sad.
verify your boy on Twitter, man.
It's sad. It's just sad, man. It's sad. If he starts charging for it, man, he gonna lose a lot of money very quickly. As much as he's already lost, and like I said, I'm pretty sure he's gonna pull out of the deal. I'm gonna call my shot right now. I'm gonna say he's pulling out. It will not go through. He is not.
You don't think so?
Nope.
So you gonna pull a?
I think it's going to cost him. It's going to cost him money to pull out of the deal, but he'll make the money back by his stock value going back up in Tesla
And
once
people-
they realize
yeah.
this guy's no. He's the way he talks. He talks like a very dumb person. Like it's a very stupid person. I don't understand.
You know, you just reminded me of
society, man.
the greatest moment
Whew.
in
We're all messed up.
Grizzlies history. Look how you brought this thing back full circle.
Why is that?
When broke ass, what was his name?
Brian Davis.
Brian Davis.
Christian Laettner. Oh my God. That was embarrassing. You talking about embarrassing? That was embarrassing right there. They got those. They have those customized jerseys. That's the only thing that those guys got to keep those jerseys.
Jerseys out the
That's
deal.
about that's they scammed them out of
Oh
jerseys.
man, Christian Laettner was gonna come back and play. I remember being at a game and I was in the foyer, and it was these young guys had suits on. They was like, "Yeah, man, I have a meeting with Brian Davis. He's got some plans to come in." It was like some real estate guy. I just heard these guys just talking, just talking like big wig talk. Like, yeah, man, I'm gonna meet with Brian. We're gonna solidify some things about some developmental properties in the city. I was like, man, this dude, that dude is a finesse god though. Brian Davis,
Oh, yeah.
that dude had people thinking he was about to buy the Grizzlies.
It's finesse. All right, we come back. We're gonna talk about Rob Fisher. Rob Fisher might as well buy the Grizzlies at this point.
Yeah.
We'll see. Lots to discuss. We'll do that with Fish next. Stick around.
Let former Memphis Tiger Gabe Kuhn and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon with Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Are you ready to take it on with Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike? Because we're ready to put you in a new ride today. With what gas costs today, get rolling in a ride with 41 MPG Highway 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage G4, $199 a month or $14,999. 5 seats, 27 MPG combined, and only $299 per month or $23,915 gets your 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport today from Gossett Mitsubishi. Plus, you'll find the award-winning redesigned 2022 Outlander with plenty of room for 7, $399 a month or $31,414. And you'll always get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So get to Gossett Mitsubishi today, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months at 3.9% APR. G4 NHFO 3943. MSRP 16985. Sport NUO 18080. MSRP 25665. Outlander NZO 63636. MSRP 32150. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Belly Acres' motto is City-Fied Farm Fresh. The goal is simple: provide a fun, unique farm-to-table experience for the whole family. 2 great locations, Regalia at 6130 Poplar and in Overton Square at 2102 Trimble Place. Overton Square hours Sunday through Thursday 11A to 9P, Friday and Saturday 11A to 10P. Regalia Sunday through Thursday 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 10:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Signature burgers are made from 100% grass-fed beef. Sandwiches, salads, and the best milkshakes anywhere. The burgers, so good, like the Daria or the Double Daria, and the melt in your mouth. And you have to try the Voodoo Moo Moo. It is the quality brand the Belly Acres team has developed using grass-fed beef with creative homemade toppings in a fun farm setting right here in the city. The goal at Belly Acres, to become even more sustainable as they grow. In Overton Square and in Regalia, the very best quality available in Memphis, burger shakes and smiles at Belly Acres.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Case IH is a proud supporter of the Mississippi Farm Bureau, and thanks to a membership benefits partnership, Mississippi Farm Bureau members receive a discount of up to $500 on every qualifying Case IH tractor and piece of equipment you purchase. This discount may be used with other promotions, rebates, or offers. So join Mid-South Ag Equipment and the Mississippi Farm Bureau and pocket up to $500 in savings. Call Mid-South Ag at 662-890-3141 to get your discount today.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
The sexiest show on radio continues.
Hello, ladies.
Val Venus. Name rhymes with penis. That's why it was.
Yeah, such a good.
That's why they did that.
Such a good
I
gimmick.
don't know if you know that or not. That's why they spelled it VENIS.
What did he do after WWE?
I think he's a big marijuana guy actually.
For real?
Uh-huh.
I forgot who was there you was trying to make a porn star. I'm surprised you didn't go ahead and just make him a porn star too.
Well, that is. I mean, that's what they were trying for.
No, what's the name of porn star for real? Ease Pond?
Yeah.
That dude's a porn star, man.
Surprised you ain't going to go ahead and put that tag on Val.
So you
Yeah,
ain't never.
that's what they tried to.
That's what they were trying to do.
That was his gimmick. That was his gimmick.
Well, I know the gimmick. You said after wrestling. I know.
After
you
wrestling,
said
yeah.
after wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, my bad.
No.
Yeah.
No, man. No. Rob Fisher joins us. Big fan of Val Venus is what my understanding. Is that correct, Fish?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's what I just want to make sure. That's what I heard. I heard a rumor that you were. Rob Fisher, how the hell are you, man? It's been a weird, wild, wacky series. It continues tomorrow in Minneapolis, where the Grizzlies will either win the series outright or they will come home for a tense Sunday afternoon Game 7.
Yeah.
I don't know. That Game 5, Fish. I don't think I've recovered from that was the most. I said it was the highest level dumbass game I've ever seen. Like it was just it looked like two rec league teams like on steroids that are the greatest rec league teams in the history of mankind. I loved it. I hated it. It was crazy.
It was tough. I mean, hell, I think you went into the game a little nervous because of the way the Timberwolves have played the Grizzlies in this series, and then as the game's unfolding, got more nervous. Started thinking about having to go to Minnesota down 3-2, and whether or not you'd be able to even come back for a Game 7. And just the series has been weird, man. I mean, that's the thing. I get requests for all these interviews, and I'm starting to turn them down now because it's like I don't even know what to say about.
Yeah, I did that
anymore.
the other day.
Yeah.
Right. I have nothing for you.
The one question of, well, what do the Grizzlies need to do to? I have no idea. I don't know because we even in our pregame show for Game 5, we do our 3-pointer and we pick a topic and we all get an answer, and it was, what's the biggest factor tonight? And Chris said, all right, well, let's have fewer whistles, fewer fouls. Well, we had 3 fewer free throws than what we had in Game 4. So, and the Grizzlies won. So they somehow got a rhythm with having all the stoppages in play. Brevins was, well, you got to win the 3-ball. That's been the most important statistic throughout the entire series. Well, we got outscored at the 3-point line 14-7 and makes. So that had no factor in the Grizzlies winning the game. And then mine was that John, Jaren, the pillars of the organization, they have to be the pillars of the organization. I guess I got half right. Ja was great, but Jaren wasn't. So what are the factors the Grizzlies have to win? I think going into Game 6 and a potential Game 7, how do the Grizzlies pull it off? What's the biggest factor? Just do what you've done in 2 of the wins of this series. And that's all I got.
Rob, we saw.
Find a way to win.
My bad, bro. Your phone stopped breaking up on me. Rob, we saw Ja totally take over the last minutes of the fourth quarter the other night. Hit a big time 3, made nearly all his free throws. Just super aggressive. Hit the game winner. Celebrated off the court the way that Ja Morant does. Likes to walk off. Did that feel permanent? He's had a rough playoff series. Did that feel like we will see something similar? Another, maybe not wait until the fourth quarter to take off, but do you think we'll see another huge Ja Morant game looking more like the Ja Morant that we've seen be an MVP level player this entire season?
Hell, I don't know, Stain.
Again, we don't know.
I thought going into Game 5 that we would see Ja. It's desperation now. It's a game at home. The series is at 2 apiece. I thought we'd see that Ja from the beginning of Game 5, and it took till the fourth quarter. So I would think so. I would think it's something that jumpstarts the team. I would think it's something that jumpstarts Ja. But I thought Game 3, the 26-point comeback, I thought that'd do that for Game 4, and it necessarily didn't do that. So I don't know. I mean, I would hope so. I mean, Ja needs to be the best player on the floor, and for a lot of the series he hasn't been. He was in that fourth quarter of Game 5 for sure, and I'd like to see more of that. Yes, I'd like to see Game 6, a Ja performance from start to finish that's exceptional. And heck, I'd like to see Jaren play from start to finish.
Yeah, give us a good strong 30, 35.
So, yeah, so I mean, what we're seeing from BC, what we're seeing from Bane, I mean, to know what we're getting from them, and they've been huge helping the Grizzlies win, that you hope to keep seeing that from them. But if you can get what you expect and what you need from your other guys, then you should be okay. But Minnesota's, give them all the credit in the world, man. They've made it very difficult for the Grizzlies to do that.
Rob, I had something, man. I totally forgot what I was about to say. Oh, no. Rob, I've slept on this, man. Since the other night, I've slept on this thing. Like the stuff that we're talking about right now. I've slept on it. I prayed about it. I've tried to process what I've been seeing. This is where I'm at, Rob, and you tell me where you are. Winning in the playoffs is hard. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is a team who's it seems like they're learning on the job how to win in the playoffs, and I'm not mad at it. Like they're understanding. Look, it takes more than what we did in the regular season. Like I think they're good enough to learn on the job and still succeed. I think that pretty much sums up exactly what I think we're seeing. A team that's learning on the job. Because last year they got their first win, and the rest of the time they lost. They lost 4 straight games to Utah, and I think we're seeing that work in progress of a very young team, a historically young team in the playoffs who's good, super talented, but they're realizing, okay, we don't really know what we're doing. We're cutting our teeth in the playoffs. I think, and I went to sleep well. I was at peace with that revelation, Rob.
I think there's something to it. I mean, again, to Minnesota's credit, I think at least in game 1, they played with that attitude of, playoff basketball. And the Grizzlies, I thought, played with more of like a regular season type basketball. I think the Grizzlies learned a lot from their playoff series last year against Utah, and I think it carried over into this regular season. And I think the regular season, because of what happened in the postseason last year and what it takes and what it takes to get a better seed, I think those are all lessons learned, and I think the Grizzlies used those lessons throughout this season. But you might be right a little bit when it comes to the playoffs because they haven't had that swagger. They haven't had that. At times, they haven't had the playoff mentality that it takes to start games off. They just haven't. So, yeah, I think you're probably right. This is a little bit of an extension of last year, learning what it takes to get a better seed, learning what it takes to win. And I think now it's learning what it takes to win a series.
Yeah.
It is. It's very hard. It's very difficult. It's the adjustments. It's the every game having to lay it all on the line every single game for 48 minutes. And I don't think any of us could sit here and say the Grizzlies have done that here in this postseason. So I don't think there's anything wrong with saying it's still a learning adjustment, but learning on the fly. If the Grizzlies can get past this series, which I like the chances, having 2 shots to win 1. Grizzlies get past this series, I think this series is going to go a long way in what potential success could come down the road. So, yeah, I think that adds up to this has been a great learning experience for a very young team. I mean, one of these 2 teams that advances, isn't it the youngest team to ever advance in the postseason?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whoever wins this series?
Yes.
So yeah, I think it's a learning curve for both. I mean, Minnesota's learning how valuable every single possession is. The way that they've thrown a couple of games away.
They've thrown everything away. They've led for 70% of the series. They led for 95% of that game on Tuesday, and still, look where they are. But this, see, Fish, this is I was talking about this yesterday with Anthony on the show.
Who's Anthony?
Anthony saying
you never call me.
Sometimes I call you Anthony.
He's got something important to say, apparently.
Man, I was in trouble.
With Anthony Sane,
Esquire,
with Lord Anthony Sane and Darian Rose over here.
Darian Rose. Hey, get on our live stream, Robbie. Look at Darian's hair.
Darian's hair is
sexy as hell behind the glass.
Jalen Rose. You can use it to. There's carpenters that are over here using it to line up their various.
This man is a level of it.
There's a level. It's incredible. Anyway, I likened it to John Morant's going through the crisis of confidence that you see in like Spider-Man. When he's questioning. When his powers are not. He can't control his powers, and his best friend. He killed his best friend's dad, who it turns out that his best friend's dad was a bad guy, and he can't have a normal relationship with Mary Jane, and he's wondering. He's sitting up and he's just kind of wondering, like, well, I've been given so much, but what's it for? What can I do? What is this all about? And I think the dunk kind of was that moment in the movie where he kind of has that realization that, damn it, I'm Spider-Man. My job is to save this city. My job is to protect. To whom great power is given comes great responsibility. That's what it's all about. And then he just flipped the switch, and the mentality is the thing that changed. I think everything the Grizzlies are doing, it all goes back to mentality, plain and simple. Like the talent levels there, that hasn't changed. But the amount and application that you have to have from a mental approach in the playoffs is much higher, and I don't think they've gotten that. And I think Ja might have finally realized what this really takes, what it's really all about to be, expected to hold that head and have the crown on your head and to be that guy. I think he might have had that superhero moment where he realized, you know what, I'm Spider-Man. I can do this. I can fly through the air. I can do this. And he went and won the game.
Maybe, hopefully, that's the case. But again, the series has been so weird that things really haven't carried over from game to game a lot. So I hope that's the case. I hope Ja is more aggressive, especially on the defensive end to start the game in Game 6. You mentioned mentality, and Taylor Jenkins uses the term all the time. Just alone in this series, we've talked about defensive mentality, disciplined mentality, a pissed mentality. He's thrown them all out there. But those are all things that this team has to have. It's about discipline. It's about valuing every possession. Every possession in the postseason matters. And there have been too many sloppy turnovers, too many.
And again, thank God you're playing the Timberwolves, who also don't value possessions very much either.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right, and that's what's allowed you to come back in 2 of the games and win. So I think that those are things that Coach the other night in Game 5. I give him a lot of credit for the team not dying in that game because every single timeout, Taylor Jenkins was talking to them about. Your energy's good. We got to pick it up a little bit on the defensive end. The one thing that we're doing when they're scoring, we're dropping our shoulders a little bit. We've got to move on to the next play. We've got to we've got to value that next play, even when they score. And it was constant. It was energy. Swing the ball. Do this. Do that. And he's like, you guys are doing this really well. The ball's not falling for you right now. But if we keep playing this way, the ball will eventually fall. And he kept their spirits up and kept them somewhat confident.
Well, and you could see after the game. You could see after the game his reaction was one of that wasn't a typical. You've never seen that from Taylor Jenkins, but I think it was oh my God, I can't believe we won this game. Like we got out of jail. Like I'm so excited because we did not really deserve to win this game, but by God, we won it. And look at us now. And like he was, oh man, it was Hulkamania, baby.
Yeah. No, I heard your assessment of it yesterday, and you were dead on. That's exactly what it was. You could see he kept his emotion in. Because a lot of us are watching the game, getting ticked off.
Yeah.
Watching how this team's playing. He never wavered. He never was negative. There wasn't one negative huddle that entire game.
Wow.
It was positive enforcement. It was pushing. It was pushing. It was trying to get them one more gear throughout the entire game. From early in the game to late in the fourth quarter. It was constantly just trying to get them to find it. And they did. And I think all of the emotion that he kept inside that entire game came out when the Grizzlies won that game. And we saw it. I was in his path, and a couple of us were in his path, and we quickly got out of the way because we were afraid of getting hit with one of those arms because he wasn't looking where he was going.
No.
So we had to get out of his way, and I had a great view of him and that whole celebration that he had. And, yes, you're exactly right. That was a celebration of relief. Can't believe it. I guess it worked.
I can't believe it worked. We got away with it. This is incredible. It was awesome.
So many things that went into that emotion. It was awesome to see.
And knowing you've got a star that can bail you out like that. Knowing you got a guy that can go to that level.
No question.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's a get out of jail. He's a get out of jail card for sure.
Yep.
And Taylor and Ja had a conversation at the end of the third quarter after the dunk where he pulled him over, and I don't know what was said exactly other than Ja giving him a nod and said, let's go. I'm sure Taylor said, are you okay to go? Do you need a breather? And Ja was like, no, I'm good. And Taylor went with him and didn't give him any time. You know, you wondered, is there a minute here where you can get him a blow at some point? And you just couldn't. You had to rely on him, and Ja delivered.
Well, I love the fact that he played those guys. You know, he played Bane and played Ja. 45 minutes each. Like, hey man, this is the playoffs. It's what you do.
Well, Brandon Clark almost.
Brandon Clark had 37 minutes, which for him is like a full game. I mean, it doesn't even bear thinking about where this team would be without Brandon Clark. I mean, he's to me as whatever Ja's done, all that, and Bane has been amazing. But Brandon Clark's the series MVP. They don't win without Brandon Clark.
And maybe, arguably, and hopefully, if the Grizzlies win the series, made the play of the series. The tap out to John Morant.
Yeah, huge.
I mean, that was to have 7 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter alone.
It's just amazing.
Incredible.
Amazing, man. And he played great, defended well.
He's been the MVP of the series.
His energy's been consistent. He's been, he's kept them in some of these games. He's just kind of kept them hanging around. He's made some massive plays on both ends of the floor. He's reliable, which you can't say about everybody. And then I pointed this out. I want to talk. He's been amazing. And then Desmond Bane. I think you're seeing the beginnings of a superstar. Because I was wondering what's going to happen when you find postseason run. Well, I was looking at the numbers yesterday. I tweeted this out there. In his first 10 career playoff games, he had 5 last year. He didn't play nearly as much, and he has obviously 5 this year. So his first 10 career playoff games, he's averaging 50% shooting from the field, 48% from 3, 90% from the free throw line. So 50, 48, 90 on a split. 15 points per game overall, but 23, 24 this postseason. Only Reggie Miller, Jason Terry, and Sleepy Floyd have ever started their playoff career with a 10-game run of 50, 45, 90 when it comes to shooting. You're talking about legendary-type shooters right there, including Reggie Miller. That's what he's doing. That's crazy. That's some crazy, crazy stuff from Bane.
It's an amazing confidence that he has, and we've always seen that. Whether he misses or makes, he's not afraid to take the next one. And I think that's been a great quality of his. And right now he's making, so he's certainly willing to take the next one. He's been amazing. His shots have been incredible. I thought Desmond Bane was going to take a huge leap this year because of being a starter and having the opportunity to start. I don't know if I expected the leap to be as big as it was. I think I'd probably be lying a little bit if I did.
Yeah.
But I expected him to take a big leap, and just to see him continue in the postseason what he did throughout the regular season and just not be shaken at all by the moment is remarkable. And he's coming through, and he's coming through in a big way. I mean, we know threes are so important in this series, and he's been a guy to deliver for the Grizzlies. They just need some other guys to come along for the ride and not asking for a lot. I don't think the Grizzlies need to match the Timberwolves in threes. They just got to be really close. I mean, defensively, try to hold them to their average, which is, 14.5, 15 threes. But then you got to hit 11 or 12 because it's tough to make up those points elsewhere unless you're getting a lot of offensive rebounds, which in Game 4 they did not. In Game 5 that they did in the fourth quarter in particular. So, other guys got to make it. Give me one from Jaren. Give me one from Ja. Give me one from Tyus Jones. Give me one from those guys to come in and knock down one, and then Dez will give you 4. So now, right there you're looking at 8, and whatever else you can get, if you can just get to double digits. I think that's a key factor for the Grizzlies going forward in this series. Well, again, it wasn't in Game 5. The threes weren't a factor in Game 5, but it's just been a weird series. But that you have to figure that's a huge factor every night, and Grizzlies just need to be better from 3
for sure. And you mentioned Jaren, and that's the last thing for me is, that's the one thing that is just super frustrating about this series. And I think the mental approach is the thing. I think Jaren is so deep inside his own head about these fouls and about the way he's playing that he can't get out. I mean, he's if he could just relax and just play, it would be so much better because his defense has been excellent, even though he's had such an inconsistent amount of time. When he's been out there, he has made a tangible, real, major difference, especially since Steven Adams is kind of out of the rotation right now. He's super, super important to keep him out there. And I don't know, Fish, what can you do anything at this point other than just hope that he kind of gets his mind right?
I think it's what you were just saying. Xavier Tillman said it after game 2. He said Jaren's just so much better when he plays free instead of mentally. And right now, yeah, I think he's struggling with the mental part of it. I think Jaren's coming into the game focused, prepared, mentally ready. But the unfortunate thing has been it's happened so early in games that all of that focus and that mental part of it changes, and it changes quickly. And then all of a sudden he's off the floor and can't get into a rhythm. I like that Taylor Jenkins kept him on the floor the other night with 3 fouls. I like that he kept him on the floor with 4 fouls.
Yep.
Because Jaren's got to get into a rhythm. If he can't get into a rhythm, he's not helping you. So I like that Coach kept him. I mean, why not at this point? If he's going to get 6, he's going to get 6. So let's just go try to play through it and put it on Jaren to be more disciplined, to be better mentally. And, the only thing he can do is hope. Taylor was asked about it in the past of how do you get Jaren out of that funk, and he just said, we go back to what we've done in the past.
Robert.
And it's just a matter of mentally being much better, disciplined basketball player. And that's something that he's struggling with right now.
My bad, Rob. Real fast, your starting lineup for Friday. You keep it the way it is with Tillman at center, Jaren at 4, your normal 1, 2, 3, or you switch it up a little bit?
I've wanted since game 3 Steven to be the center.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And at this point, I still do. I think it would help the flow of the offense and being able to play through Steven sometimes. Maybe get one step to commit to him, and it gives you a better open look. Maybe it helps Jaren staying out of foul trouble, playing more at the 4 than he does at 5. I don't know. I'm a believer in go with what got you there. And Steven got you here. And I know it's a bad matchup for him, and I'm okay with putting him in there. And if it's 3 minutes in, it's looking like a disaster, you make a move like you did in game 2, and went on to win. But that's the guy that I'd rock with. I'd go with him, and I don't know what's going to happen. I would assume at this point it's either Xavier Tillman or Steven. And to me, why not Steven?
I think at this point, given the lack of effectiveness in any other option, I think it would be worthy of giving it another try. I think that's fair.
Other than game 5, game 5, it was you played through it because you got off to a really good start, and you were able to get the first time out without having to change your rotation. But game 3, game 4, both.
Yeah.
You, in game 2, because Steven got in foul trouble, 2, 3, and 4, your rotations were out of whack.
Big time.
2 minutes into the game.
Big time.
2 minutes into the game. And I think it threw a lot of things off. And, I wouldn't expect that again for Steven Adams to get 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes. And I think if you can keep your rotations, intact, at least through the first quarter, maybe you'll have more success in the first quarter. Because right now, Grizzlies have played from behind so much. You put the numbers out there, the percentage numbers. They've played from behind for so much. And the one thing is they've trailed at the end of the first quarter in 4 of the 5 games. And the one game that they led at the end of the first quarter, they led by 1. And this is a team that has owned the first quarter. And when they lead after the first quarter, they've been so successful. They only have 9 losses this year when they trail after the first quarter.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
So that is something I think better start is huge for the Grizzlies. And I just think having your rotations intact and hopefully getting a better start to go a long way.
Rob Fisher, ladies and gentlemen, check him out. Bally Sports throughout the playoffs, doing his thing. Thanks, Fish.
Yes, sir. Go Grizz.
Go Grizz. Game 6 tomorrow. It's big. We'll come back. Continue here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 5698.5.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, everyone. This is President Donald J. Trump, and I'd like to invite you to join me and patriots from all over the country at the American Freedom Tour in your wonderful city, Memphis, Tennessee. I will be there live and in person on Saturday, June 18th, with a conservative dream team of my son Don, Kimberly Guilfoyle, Mike Pompeo, Candace Owens, and many more. We'll all be motivated, excited, and ready to make America great again. This historic event happens just once in Memphis on Saturday, June 18th. I hope to see you there. You cannot afford to miss this one. America's best is yet to come. So let's do it together. Go to AmericanFreedomTour.com and get your tickets now while they last. They are going to be selling very, very quickly, as usual. I love you all. I will see you there.
Go to AmericanFreedomTour.com for tickets as low as $9, and for a limited time, enter promo code AMERICA for a special discount. That's AmericanFreedomTour.com. Once again, AmericanFreedomTour.com.
Juicy Seafood in South Haven at 775 Goodman is your next destination. Incredible seafood and a great bar as well. Happy hour daily from 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Great beer specials. Buy two, get one free. A bucket special of beers is just $18. Happy hour cocktails Monday through Thursday, 2 to 6 p.m. Buy one, get one half off all liquor. Wine specials daily from 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. $4 and up. The feeling as you walk in is fun. It's like being on a cruise ship without the water. It's great for the whole family. Nice and intimate with real hand staff and great service. So if you're looking for some great fresh Gulf seafood, they got it at Juicy Seafood in South Haven. Great for guys and gals night out to watch the game or that overdue date night. Great shrimp and oysters from the Gulf, Alaskan crab legs, fresh lobster, awesome signature dishes like Mississippi farm-raised catfish, and seafood bread made from scratch topped with crab and shrimp and cheese. For the kids, you got chicken tenders and fried shrimp, so you can't go wrong. Bring your seafood appetite to Juicy Seafood at 775 Goodman in South Haven.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish is...
It's pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at TriumphAutoSales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Man, we lay it on thick in the city.
Too thick.
Not the good kind of thick, but the bad kind of thick. Thick with a K, not thick with C's.
We up against it, ain't it?
Yeah, we talked fish for a while.
Yeah.
But it was important. It was very important.
Yeah.
But no, like, man, all this stuff about, like, Memphis is such a, you know, the Memphis is the soul of Memphis. If it gets inside you, and if you hug Memphis, it'll hug you back. Stop it!
If you get in the
Look what
bed
they're
with
doing in Landers Nolly right now.
Yeah.
Did Memphis hug him back because he went to nice to Cincinnati? Is Memphis hugging him back?
Right.
Somebody kicking him in his butt, right? To turn around.
Yeah,
man. Just remember, a pat on the back's about, 5 inches from a kick in the butt. You remember that?
We ain't never lied.
Just know he's going to come back and light us up. Just know.
Memphis is,
of course.
You know, Memphis is so amazing. It's like Memphis is, it's just like if you get inside you, it never let you go. And it's like if it holds on to you, then you're just going to love it forever. What? Seriously? Like, I mean, I'm from Memphis. I lived here basically my whole life. I'm of the city. I get, but they're laying on a little too thick. Back it down a little bit.
They want that superstar Bill Dundee love.
Memphis. It's all about Memphis. Beautiful land in the world.
Until I actually see
Until I see regular Memphians. Then it's like lock.
Yeah,
drive away. It's actually East Memphis.
Wait, what? Cairo. Lakeland.
Suburb.
Arlington. We do be doing the most. Bro.
It's just so this time of year, every year, it's the same thing. So Memphis is, it's just you just gotta love it. As it loves you back. And Memphis is like a disease, but a good kind of disease.
We don't bluff it.
We don't bluff it. Okay, all right, I got it. Thanks. I know you. Okay, I love you too. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know, the average garage door is made up of 1.3 millimeter aluminum panels. Something you probably do know, your neighbor likes to tinker with his dirt bike. Something you probably don't know, a runaway dirt bike can take out your garage door and a good portion of your car bumper. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
It takes guts to open a barbecue place in Memphis, and 20 years ago this month, Craig Blondis did just that when he opened the First Central Barbecue. It's a tribute to the commitment to make barbecue the right way, slow smoked until it's perfectly tender and delicious, that Central Barbecue hasn't just survived for 20 years, but flourished and grown with 4 Memphis locations and one of the busiest catering operations in the city. Every week this month, each Central Barbecue location will be featuring food specials and Memphis-made drink specials as a way of saying thank you, Memphis. Now come get some ribs.
Let's say you need a new car, so you go to a dealer, right? Wrong. You need to go to Mount Moriah Auto Sales. Why? Because why limit yourself to just one kind of car when you can choose from all kinds of cars, SUVs, and trucks? All different years, all different makes, all different models. Really good prices, too. Now, everyone says that about the money, but Mount Moriah Auto Sales proves it. They work hard to get you the deal you want, even financing. Plus, they have a huge full-service department to help you take care of your car. So many choices at Mount Moriah Auto Sales. They're almost unlimited, with new vehicles coming in every day. Now, these are really good cars and trucks and SUVs that you'll want to drive. And yes, low miles too. It's so easy. Just go to Mount Moriah Auto Sales, tell them what you want, but keep your eyes open because you might just find the car of your dreams. Mount Moriah Auto Sales makes it all possible. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner, right on the price, right on Mount Moriah.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Saint.
Well, you better get ready to bow to the master.
I'm doing what you're doing to do. That's a great boy. Yeah, it's a great little man.
get this old bootleg version, Derek. Get this out of here, man.
No, this is the Xbox version. This is the Xbox.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks, Peter.
I want to hear this.
You don't like Xbox?
No, I want to hear the dude. That dude.
Let's see if I got it for you.
Yeah, I want to hear that guy's voice. Yeah, him.
Does anybody know who's sleeping with who?
Memphis, man, is so special. Yeah, I tell you. If you host a local wrestling show, it's going to wrestle you back.
If you wrestle the city of Memphis,
it's going to put you in the figure four.
You put a collar and elbow tie on Memphis, it'll tie you up back. Like, what are we talking about?
If you do a back body drop on Memphis, it's going to... Yeah, that's the one.
Here we go.
Bow down to the masters. Break it down.
And they used to have the thing where they'd like be like people's seizures with like the cut camera, back to this, back to that. Man, that was something else. Dustin Starr, ladies and gentlemen. Who was your favorite member of D-Generation X?
Don't say Triple H, man.
Man, you know, I gotta say, I think it's X-Pac. I think X-Pac is my favorite member of DX. And there's an Uncle Kracker version of X-Pac's theme song. It's a little bit different than all those, but all the variations of the DX, they're all on my iPod, and I listen to them while I work out.
Hey, you listen to wrestling music while you work out. That's what it's all about. You got the emotions. Got to be raw. Got to be real out there. How you doing, man?
I think I'm good. I think X-Pac was the only true heel too. You know, I mean, you wanted to kind of cheer Triple H. You kind of wanted to cheer Shawn because they were cool, and of course, New Age Outlaws were cool. But X-Pac, they booed him. You know, so for me, it was like he was the only one that could really be a heel. When, you know,
because he was never over as a face with that group, right? He always, because when they were good, X-Pac just kind of annoyed you.
He was the turning point of the NWO and WCW versus WWE. Because to me, from my perception as a fan, when I watched and I saw X-Pac come back from the NWO and join DX, I thought, so that's one of the first times we saw somebody big jump from WCW back over to WWE. So for me, that was kind of a turning point, and then everything, you know, happened kind of the way.
I mean, there's a reason why they call it X-Pac heat. You know what I mean? Like, that is a term in the industry. Like that's heat of like
it is.
We just want you to go away. Like we just don't like you. Period. Like this isn't like regular heel heat.
Yeah, it's similar to like they call it the Road Warrior pop. You know, the opposite.
Yeah, that's right.
X-Pac heat is also change the channel heat.
Yes,
right.
Like where you hate this guy so much, you don't even want to see him. You just turn the channel. So that's probably not a.
You probably might need to back it down a little bit if you get to that point.
A little bit.
You probably need to back it down.
It's been super duper busy, as you guys know. I'm sure you've heard something about the 2022 NBA playoffs being in town.
I have heard that. I've heard a rumor that might be the case.
Memphis Wrestling's rocking and rolling. This Saturday, we turn it up. Scotty 2 Hotty's going to make his return to Memphis Wrestling. Really good stuff. And Sunday, we have our live TV taping. The 387-pound master of Fat Jitsu, K. Toomer, goes one-on-one with Rhino. Dude.
Man.
Wait.
Fat Jitsu.
Oh, that sounds good.
Tremendous.
Man. Dustin.
Just see the two behemoths just like collide in the ring on Sunday. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, it sounds super dope. Dustin, you know, every time I come in this excited, you know what's about to come next. So I fell down a YouTube rabbit hole, right?
Uh-oh. Here we go.
This might be the best one ever, man. All right, so my son Gabe has got to be watching Young Rock, and I'm actually a fan of the show.
Yes.
All right, so that took me down a rabbit hole on YouTube of something I had kind of a clue about, but not to the depth and the level that it actually is. I'm going to pronounce the family name wrong, so you can help me.
Okay.
Is it Anoa'i family?
The Rodney Anoa'i?
Anoa'i
family? Is that what we're calling it? The family that started with Peter
Maivia. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've heard it pronounced so many different ways. So Roman Reigns' name is Joe Anoa'i, I think is how you say it.
We're going to do that then. We're going to ride with it. The Anoa'i family.
Okay.
We started with Peter Maivia. All right?
If it's wrong, it's your fault.
Yeah, exactly. This is the most insane family tree of wrestling that I've ever seen. I had no idea it was this deep. I had no idea that Nia Jax was part of it. and that Naomi married into it. It's like 20 people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they're all top level.
Yes.
Main event stars. I mean, you've got The Rock, obviously, Roman Reigns. The Usos are tag team champions. Rikishi, of
The
course,
Wild
is a
Samoans,
Hall of
Samoan
Famer.
SWAT team.
Yokozuna.
Yeah. High Chief Peter Maivia. There's more.
What's the guy's name?
Superhero
Rosie.
training.
The guy who was Umaga.
Yeah.
Umaga. Oh,
Man,
that's
it's
one of my
wild, man.
favorite
I'm like, what in the
characters
world? Rocky Johnson, of course.
Vince McMahon.
Yep.
You said Rikishi, right?
Stephanie McMahon.
Not Rikishi, Yokozuna. You said
We did say
Yokozuna, right?
Yeah, Yokozuna.
Rikishi and Yokozuna.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, bro, like, I'm talking about, like,
Roddy Piper.
No, come on, man.
TD
Steele.
Yeah, Brickhouse Brown.
TD Steele.
The Snowman. Yeah, all those. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But seriously, man, like,
unbelievable.
shout out to the
Tony
loins
Falk. I
of
mean,
their
he's
legacy.
in there. I don't know. That's weird. But
Dustin, are
I
you
don't know.
part of the family some type of way?
I know, right?
Are you
Tupac
connected?
for sure? Is he in there?
yeah. The Christmas creature, I think, is part of the family. It's I don't know.
When you look at wrestling families, I think the Hart Foundation, like the Hart Family Dungeon, has that nostalgia. Like everybody knows about the Hart family, the most famous wrestling family there is. But really,
Nah, man, this is it.
I don't know, man.
This is it,
the
man.
Samoan Dynasty, it's legit as it gets, man. You're talking about singles wrestlers who drew big box office money. I'm not talking like just in the territory days. This is in the big leagues. Like one by one, every generation of the Samoan Dynasty is major stars in wrestling.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's almost like every Samoan wrestler I've ever seen is part of this family. I didn't know they were all related. That part is what blew me away, for sure.
There was, and you can see the different styles of the Samoan Dynasty from the very beginning with the Wild Samoans and the gimmick with the High Chief Peter Maivia and all that. And then you see the head shrinkers and just Umaga, and there was all these different characters. But then you see the characters of today, like the Usos, who dress cool. They dress hip. You've got Roman. They've kind of, I think The Rock was probably the first one to break that true Samoan, wild Samoan type of look. And I might be wrong on that, but he's the first one that comes to mind as far as not having like bones in his nose and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Not being a stereotype.
Yeah.
Yes,
because that was always the stereotype of like, you could bang their heads against the turnbuckles and nothing happens and the headbutts and Haku is part of the mix, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, Haku's one of the baddest dudes on the planet.
Haku's like the toughest, like legit toughest dude in wrestling. Like he's the one guy that like nobody touches Haku in the back.
Yeah, you didn't test Haku at all. No.
I don't think Haku was part of their family though. But go ahead.
He's got to be. He's got to be in the mix somewhere. He's got
somebody's cousin.
He's got to be somebody's cousin or
boyfriend, baby daddy.
Peter.
He's got to be in the mix.
Well, regardless if he's in the mix or not, he's still one of the baddest dudes that ever walked inside of a wrestling ring, and that's legit.
Yeah.
That's not even just wrestling talk. That's
but when
legit.
I say I was blown away, man, I was blown away to see, because I know all these guys, but I didn't know they were all family. Like, but I knew some of them, but to this point, no, I had no clue.
Yeah, and they take it seriously. If you follow the Samoan Dynasty on Instagram, or especially if you follow Rikishi, I mean, these guys and gals are all about the family. They're all about that dynasty, and it looks like they really look after each other as well. So that's probably, honestly, if we're taking any bias out of it at all, then I think it's probably the most famous, historically most famous wrestling family that there is, and that even beats the Harts.
For sure, and the Harts are amazing, but this is just wild. No, not at all. But
yeah.
Also, by the way, the Haku is The Rock's uncle.
There you go.
Yeah,
he is in.
Yeah, the Haku is The Rock's uncle. He's So just so you know,
bro, this is so wild.
In the family.
Yeah, it's I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, there were
Jimmy Snuka, Superfly Jimmy Snuka was involved too. He's married into the family.
For real?
Yeah, he's in there by marriage.
It's hard to find one of them, especially right off the top of our head.
Like Naomi's married to one of the Usos. Yeah, so she's in the mix.
Wow.
I don't think very many of them were. Hey, buddy.
Nia
I don't think
Jackson.
very many of them were.
Rosie, you remember Rosie?
Popular,
Rosie's in the mix.
Say it again, Dustin.
He might. I was just saying that I think most of them were uber famous or uber popular. I can't really remember too many off the top of my head that were like considered. I hate to use the word failure, but didn't reach big time status.
Mm-hmm.
Even Rosie and Jamal came in as the 3-minute warning and everything.
Oh no! Little buddy's upset. What's going on?
Dustin, you there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I had to handle some daddy business.
Daddy business.
They call me Big Papa Pump on the side. You know what I'm saying?
The big bad booty daddy, apparently. Is that what's going on there? Congratulations. Indeed.
Reese the Beast was chasing me around. Trying to get his mic time in.
Listen, you got to let him get on the mic. Come on.
Yeah, why not?
How we do? AEW's doing its thing, and then Hangman Page gets COVID. What's up with that?
Oh my gosh! You just broke this news to me. I've been so busy all day.
You
It's
didn't know?
National Superhero Day.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I was all
Hangman Page.
embedded into my.
Hangman Page got COVID.
But wasn't he on the show last night?
He was on. They had to rewrite a bunch of stuff, and kind of keep him separated. But yes, he's they've rewritten it as quickly as they possibly can because yes, he had to miss he missed the episode this week. He had to miss the tapings for Rampage, and so yeah, he wasn't on the show last night, but they did kind of they still did an angle with him and CM Punk and all that, getting things set up for double or nothing.
Punk's promo, and I saw that Double or Nothing is going to be Punk versus Hangman, and immediately I thought, oh my goodness, are they putting the title on Punk? I don't think. I mean, I think they have to, but I don't think Hangman Page's time has been long enough, in my opinion.
I think you can set up. This could be a setup for kind of a longer running thing. Where you could maybe extend this through the summer, maybe take the title off of him, next pay-per-view, and maybe set this up as kind of the beginning rather than the end. So I don't know. I agree with you. I think he needs a little more time with it, and I don't really think Punk needs it per se for what he's doing.
I think you're right, but also at the same time, what else does Punk do if he's not going after the World Heavyweight Championship? He was so popular and successful in WWE. Like fresh out of the gate, I thought, oh my gosh, they're going to put him right in the world title picture. And I thought the same thing about Christian. I thought the same thing about Daniel Bryan, all the guys. But now they're actually doing it with Punk, so it'll be really interesting to see how they book that. And also, it's still plenty of time out. That's on Sunday, May 29th. We actually have our live TV taping that day, so we'll watch live Memphis Wrestling and head over to Dave & Buster's to watch free. But May 29th, they still have plenty of time to tell some stories and see. But at this point, me as a wrestling fan, I don't really see Hangman Page beating CM Punk. I think at this point, in my mind as a fan, my money would be on Punk winning that title.
One of the interesting things, too, that I've noticed, I saw this a day or so ago, that word out of WWE is that they want to run more stadium shows, that they think that's the growth mindset. They want more stadium shows for 2023. There will be 8 stadium events in total for 2022, including SummerSlam up in Nashville at the Titans Arena. They'll have a big one in the UK in September. I think that's going to be at Wembley. And then in Saudi Arabia, again, they've obviously got that connection with Saudi Arabia. That's an ongoing yearly, sometimes maybe twice yearly at this point. So they've got a bunch of different thoughts here, and they said maybe we don't have to sell it out to like Jerry World, like 100,000 or 50,000 or 60,000 or something like that. But if we could scale it up to like 30,000, then I think they want to make themselves kind of more the event type television and differentiate themselves from AEW in that regard. And I can understand. There's some pros and cons to it, but I think it makes some sense financially.
Absolutely incredible. I saw a graphic earlier. It showed SummerSlam, and whatever the other ones was, UK, whatever the events were, but they were all stadiums, and I think there were 3 of them left this year. Mm-hmm. And I thought, wow, man, how great would that be to have a product that you could run a stadium and sell it out. So I want to see what the legit – I know that they're going to pack it out regardless, no matter what. I mean, that's WWE, and that's what they do, but I think it's really good because it shows that people are still into what we do. That's awesome. But on the other side, man, they set the bar so freaking high. With these stadium shows, I think at this point it's kind of like, hey, look what we can do. And it goes back to that quote that Paul Heyman had, and we talked about, I think, last week, that until AEW can do something that touches WrestleMania, then they're not a true like threat or whatever. But at this point, can AEW do anything to top SummerSlam? And I'm not trashing AEW by any means. I'm just saying the difference in the level of how big these companies are. Man, WWE has got it going on. I'm loving it. I don't know what you guys think about it, but the stadium shows are just got the pyro and all that. The only thing that worries you is that what if you have a rain delay like you had WrestleMania, not this year, but last year? That kind of stunk. But big stuff.
Dustin, Monday, the WWE did a kind of a semi celebration on Monday, celebrating the career of Randy Orton, who's been in the game for 20 years. I didn't know it was in 20. That just seems like such a wild number for him. I remember when Undertaker's 20 came around. But what would you say about his career? He's definitely one of my all-time favorites. He's a guy who seems to be a definite company guy. He's been around many iterations, different versions of himself. He's been the heel. He's been the face. He's been the face of the company. He's been the mid-carder. What do you think about the career of Randy Orton?
I think it's about time that at some point Randy Orton starts getting mentioned in these Mount Rushmore discussions, because if you look at the graphics the WWE's put out and all the statistics and titles that he's won, I don't know that there's very many people that can stack up against Randy Orton. Now, the eye test, if you're looking at the eye test, Randy Orton is the epitome of what a professional wrestler should look like, sound like, his mannerisms and his movements, even the way that he clenches his jaw. The WWE is so good at this production, they can zoom right in and you could see him clench his jaw, before he strikes. It's just incredible. He's one of the very best to ever do it. And I thought it was super cool that they did a big celebration. A lot of times you see that stuff when it's too late, when the superstar is no longer there and they passed away or something, or Hall of Fame or something like that. But to show the amount of respect and to give it that amount of time, I thought was really cool. And to take, to put the icing on the cake, or to put the star on the tree, so to speak, was Orton making the comment on social media that he wants to be the other guy, other than The Undertaker, that never went anywhere else. So that's a huge statement from a major WWE legend, basically saying, hey, I'm not ever going anywhere. I'm staying here forever. And he should. I kind of compare it to the quarterbacks. Dan Marino is my favorite quarterback of all time, Miami Dolphins. He never went anywhere else. John Elway, Denver Bronco for life. I think there's it's just an interesting little tidbit, to say that you spent your entire career and was so super successful and you made a legacy of your own. And think of this, he stepped out of his dad's footsteps, like his shadow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, Cowboy Bob. That's right, yeah, absolutely.
Shoot, man, he started the WrestleMania stuff. He was there day one. So it's very, very cool. And for Orton, I think Charlotte will be the next one that really is, that we're celebrating, just because of that status with her dad, Ric Flair, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, Orton's one of my favorite of all times. I think we could tell a bunch of backstage stories about Orton going crazy in a locker room or something. Cody had some pretty funny stories on social media that he was telling about Orton ripping a urinal off the wall just because he wanted to. So he's actually changed into a family guy over the years, but there was some pretty crazy Randy Orton stories out there. I've seen some of them myself in the backstage area.
Well, you gotta be wound kind of tight to do it's a very competitive industry. And there's a lot of pressure. So yeah, you're gonna see a lot of guys that are doing some wild and crazy stuff. I know there's a lot of pressure in y'all's locker room right now. There's some people making some names for themselves, and you got some of the stalwarts like the Gun Show and hanging on there and trying to hold on. But you got some young guys. You got some people pushing for those spots, which is making. I'd say it's been a very compelling product. I've enjoyed it, Dustin. What's coming up this weekend?
I appreciate it, man. We've got Scotty 2 Hotty making his return to Memphis Wrestling, so I know that we'll probably see a worm or two.
I hope so.
And also Mike Anthony. Oh, my goodness. If you guys have not seen Mike Anthony and his work lately.
Taking it to the next level.
He cut a promo. Oh, he is definitely. And we'll see him doing some big stuff, bigger stuff. And I hate to say bigger, but yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to be doing bigger stuff in Memphis Wrestling coming up. But he made the comment that he's going to cash in his Cobra Cup when Big Swole and the Gun Show wrestle in a couple of weeks. So there's some fallout from that. And then, of course, on Sunday, we have our live TV taping. You guys can get your tickets at Right now, if you use the code early, you'll get $5 off. So if it's a $10 ticket and you get $5 off, you're getting in the building for $5.
I mean, come on, man. Come on. What are we doing here? Come on.
We're going to make history. So we have a brand new championship being introduced to Memphis Wrestling. We do know that it is the Internet Championship belt, and we're going to reveal that and crown our very first champion in a 5-star 5-way on Sunday. So we have a new championship belt, and we're going to crown the first ever champion this Sunday. You got to be there.
Man, I think that's fantastic. Looking forward to it. Going to be spectacular. Get your tickets. Go do it. Use that promo code early to get $5 off those tickets. ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. Thanks, Dustin.
Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you next week.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Go, yeah. Man, very busy man between Grizzlies and Championship Wrestling from Memphis and 901 FC and Redbirds and all that. This is Dustin's time of year to just be doing his thing. We're going to talk about the NBA last night, including some, teams we said goodbye to. And not surprising necessarily, but we got to say goodbye. It's just how it goes. And we'll talk about tonight, too, because we could be saying goodbye to some more. We'll see. When we continue here, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56.98.5.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Nothing's worse than starting trouble. Well, we can help you out. We can start with a free battery test. That way, we'll know if your battery is causing the issue. It could be your starter, it could be your alternator, and you don't want to waste money on the wrong fix. And if you do need a new battery, we've got you covered with a wide selection of replacement batteries. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination. Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2020.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Juicy Seafood in South Haven at 775 Goodman is your next destination. Incredible seafood and a great bar as well. Happy hour daily from 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Great beer specials. Buy 2, get 1 free. A bucket special of beers is just $18. Happy hour cocktails Monday through Thursday, 2 to 6 p.m. Buy 1, get 1 half off all liquor. Wine specials daily from 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. $4 and up. The feeling as you walk in is fun. It's like being on a cruise ship without the water. It's great for the whole family. Nice and intimate with real hand staff and great service. So if you're looking for some great fresh Gulf seafood, they got it at Juicy Seafood in South Haven. Great for guys and gals night out to watch the game or that overdue date night. Great shrimp and oysters from the Gulf, Alaskan crab legs, fresh lobster, awesome signature dishes like Mississippi farm-raised catfish, and seafood bread made from scratch topped with crab and shrimp and cheese. For the kids, you got chicken tenders and fried shrimp so you can't go wrong. Bring your seafood appetite to Juicy Seafood at 775 Goodman in South Haven.
Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know, the average garage door is made up of 1.3 millimeter aluminum panels. Something you probably do know, your neighbor likes to tinker with his dirt bike. Something you probably don't know, a runaway dirt bike can take out your garage door and a good portion of your car bumper. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Barks now offers you just about everything you need for your furry family member. Daycare, luxury boarding, award-winning grooming, veterinary checkups, diagnostic services including digital x-ray, fluoroscopy and ultrasound, complete dental service, vaccinations, preventative care for fleas, ticks, and heartworms, and just about any needed surgical treatment. And did I mention that we treat cats and all types of exotic pets? We are the newest member of the Barks family and the newest, most high-tech veterinary hospital in the Mid-South. Located directly across the street from Barks and Recreation, we are a full-service hospital with a fantastic, experienced staff. If you're having problems getting a timely appointment at your current vet's facility, we are here to serve you. Call us at 901-979-8888. Barks and Medication, excellence in veterinary care.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss Sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
Now, back to grind time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Oh, Too Cold Scorpio, baby. Too Cold Scorpio. Too cold. Scorpio. I'll be there.
You still know it.
Well, it's real easy. The lyrics aren't really very hard. It's Too Cold and
Well,
Scorpio.
it's more about memories. You still remember.
Too Cold Scorpio. Man, Scorpio was something else. Scorpio was wild. He's pulling that like full flip. He's the first guy I ever saw do a full flip off top rope, man. Doom, doom, doom.
They got he and Marcus Bagwell doing their little thing.
Yeah, man. And they held Scorpio down.
That's what you were saying. Y'all
He's
can
a
do Too
victim.
Cold Scorpio
Victim.
and Buff Bagwell. So y'all can be body slams.
That's what I'm saying, man. Vicious and delicious is what they have to get. What you gotta say. Last night, it's all over for the MVP.
We gonna holler at y'all.
Nikola,
your mans.
Nikola Jokic out.
Nikola.
It wasn't his fault. I can tell you that. All he did was 31 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, shooting 70% true shooting percentage. Afterwards, Draymond Green says, I told Jokic, thank you for making me better. It's an honor and a pleasure to play someone so skilled. Usually when you have guys that talented and skilled, they're soft, and he's far, far from soft. So props go out from Draymond. Jokic said the same thing, said he appreciated it. And it sounds like amid all the stuff, I mean, this is the way it was. But the Warriors just a lot more talented, and especially with the Nuggets basically getting a no-show from virtually everyone except Jokic, it wouldn't go last.
When DeMarcus Cousins is having a big game, you know you're running out of dudes.
You're struggling.
You're running out of dudes.
You are struggling, man.
That's another thing, too. I know a lot of people, a lot of Grizzlies fans, they're saying, man, if we get past the Kings, the Warriors are going to kill us or whatever.
Past the Kings.
Who did I say?
You said the Kings.
Another bum organization. If we get past the Wolves.
God, the Wolves, man, that's what a slap in the face.
The Warriors. The Warriors haven't had to deal with any.
The Kings. Woo.
The Warriors haven't had to deal with any backcourt play. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We've got 3 guys that can give you 20 points in any given game, in Ja Bain and Dillon. So I'm hoping we get past the Wolves tomorrow, and we can get ready for the Warriors on Sunday, man. I think that'll be a great matchup. Interesting to see that chess game of matchups, how the Warriors decide to play us, how we respond. Maybe we come out with the lineup to set the tone. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We didn't talk about Atlanta, got up out of here. They were bored this season. Maybe they can wake up during the off season.
Trae Young was pretty bad. It was pretty bad playoffs for Trae Young. And people have been ripping on James Harden. I mean, Trae Young has just been kind of immune to the rip, but it has not gone well for him. Speaking of which, combining these two things, Trae Young, even in the off season, this man is getting got. This man fell for a fake again.
For real? What happened?
On Twitter. Do you know about Ballsack Sports?
No.
You familiar with Ballsack Sports?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
So Ballsack Sports is this account that basically is there just to troll media and stuff, and they just kind of make up quotes.
Called Ballsack.
Yeah, they make up quotes from people and they put it out there. It makes it look like it's like one of those engagement graphic quotes.
Seeing a lot of people share those.
Yeah, they share that. And they share them just like automatically, and they're doing it for the reason of like, hey, look what you're sharing. Like just because you put a quote in a picture does not mean that somebody actually said that. And so that's kind of their thing, but they just sort of share it out there. So if it's from Ballsack Sports, it's not real. Okay, Ballsack. But anyway, Ballsack Sports put this out. and said, actually, I take this back. I believe it was Butt Crack Sports that put this one out, a co-affiliation with Ballsack Sports. Anyway, Butt Crack Sports put this out and said that Draymond Green had the quote, in March, everyone was saying Steph was finished. They said Trey was the next Steph and that they changed the guard. Well, Trey just dropped 11 points, shooting 16% in an elimination game. Steph would never. Now, this, again, is a
It's fake.
It's a fake quote from Butt Crack Sports. But that didn't stop Trae Young from quote tweeting it and saying, I think we'd all love, maybe not in parentheses, to see Draymond as a number one option. Laugh emoji, laugh emoji. Man, just got dragged. Come on, Trae Young.
Just took a shot at that man for no reason, man.
Took a head fake. I mean, he's Draymond's not.
Yep. It's over.
That's so funny. Like, come on, dude.
Sounds like Al Bundy
Butt
or Homer
Crack
Simpson would have
Sports.
started that. Like
You got Ballsack Sports, Butt Crack. Like,
In
what,
affiliation
come on,
with
man. What are we doing? Man, just like I teach my kids this, and I think it should be like mandatory nowadays more than ever. I would call it like internet literacy. Like you have like the basics of like being able to look up whether something is real or fake. Is this a source that's actually a real source, or is this, a non-real source? Is this somebody probably making something up, or is there something to it? Go to the original. Did they quote a story? Did they go actually to the story and see if it's in there? Like basic stuff like that to avoid this kind of thing. But Trae Young would have failed my internet literacy class, and as a result, he's embarrassed himself in front of.
Hopefully, he
the
doesn't
whole
run his own account. Hopefully, it was somebody else.
No. That was on his verified his account. He's got time for it. He's out.
Elon Musk is gonna fix all this.
He'll fix it.
Elon Musk ain't gonna fix nothing. Fix nothing.
The evil
Man
laugh.
can't even keep his mind on. It's unbelievable. Anyway, the Bulls also out. No surprise, of course. Caruso was out. Zach LaVine was out as well. This was just kind of a matter of time. DeMar DeRozan did not have a great playoffs and didn't really have a good second half of the year after a really, really amazing first half. Do you think the Bulls, is that just bad luck? Are they back, or is it just kind of?
I'm glad that they had a season where they got back into relevancy. They were the top team in the NBA at one point. When they never passed Phoenix. They were the top team in the East. But they kind of fell off. They came back to a norm. When they first got together, I questioned the fit of LaVine and DeRozan together. I still kind of do. I'm trying to will LaVine to Memphis anyway, I'm not gonna just. I don't really have much bad to say about them because they went from because we joked about them at the trade deadline, and they turned around and had a great offseason. The trade deadline last year.
I mean, was it
not
it
this
was,
past
it was
season,
okay.
but 2 years?
I think in hindsight, it wasn't quite as great as everybody was going off on in the middle of the season, but it's they still got plenty of work to do, and I don't know that they're. I mean, the Vucevic trade was I don't know that wasn't great.
Yeah.
DeRozan's worked out okay, but again, like in the playoffs, we talk about playoffs being different sort of thing. They just never had a chance. They overwhelmed. LaVine being hurt definitely didn't help. Caruso getting hurt definitely didn't help. But like they were just overwhelmed. I mean, it was just a bad matchup for them. Now tonight we're going to see history. Did you know, Anthony Sane?
No, I didn't.
Tonight, as we see Game 6 of Philadelphia and Toronto, did you know this is the first Eastern Conference first-round series to go past 5 games since 2018?
So
the last 4 years, there's not been a single first-round series in the East that's gone more than 5 games.
That's probably true.
That is definitely true.
I put a tweet out about that today. I was like, we thought the Eastern Conference playoffs were going to be super dope. Like, this is going to be crazy. Look at these matchups.
Who did the Hawks play?
In
The Hawks
2019,
the Hawks got smacked about it.
So in 2019, there were 2 sweeps and 2 4-1s. In 2020, there were 3 sweeps and 1 4-1. Last year, there was 1 sweep and 3 4-1s. This year, there's a sweep, 2 4-1s, and then finally, Toronto's won 2 games to make it. And that could have been a sweep, but now Philly's somewhat on the ropes here in this point. So the last 16 times, 15 of the matchups have been over in 4 or 5 games. So no, I think there is There's definitely a discrepancy there in terms of the
I thought this was going to be the year, man, but everything was going to be dope.
Yeah, the last time an Eastern Conference series went 6 games, Luka wasn't even drafted yet. Jaren Jackson Jr. wasn't in the league. LeBron was still a Cav. Like it's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've seen, and this thing may go 7, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't be surprised at all if this one goes 7 for sure.
I don't know, man. If Doc Rivers, he can. The quote from yesterday was wild.
You don't like him covering his butt. It made sense.
Can you play that? Can
Hold
you
on,
find that?
give
Can
me
you
a
find that?
sec.
Can you find that quote? Find that quote.
I mean, Doc explaining, right?
Yeah, Doc
Okay,
explained,
got it.
because for people that don't know, Doc Rivers has a bit of a history of his team's blowing leads.
Oh, for sure.
It's been a thing.
And while you're pulling that up, I also just wanted to throw out Chris Middleton, of course. Looks like he's going to be out for a while. It's going to be tough, man.
He's going to miss the next series in full, and probably if the Bucks beat the Celtics, which is looking more and more unlikely, then he would also likely miss the conference finals as well. So he's going to be out for a long, long time. It's a tough situation for him. What's a better situation? FanDuel Sportsbook. One of the things I love about betting my favorite sports is that I'm always finding new player props or game props that I like. And what's cool about FanDuel Sportsbook is you can combine prop bets from multiple games. We talked about this, Anthony, saying multiple games, multiple sports even, to make yourself a crazy individualized same game parlay that goes across everything and just gets flat out wild. If you want to jump in right now, bet live, where you've got Chelsea, Manchester United in the soccer, and you want to throw in some action tonight for one of these NBA playoff games, Philly, Toronto, Phoenix, and New Orleans, Dallas, Utah. You want to throw in all of that stuff. Hey, man, you can go crazy on that right now. Take Dallas -1. Take Phoenix -2 to finish off that series. And if you want, you can even get some excellent odds boosts on here too. Plenty of great opportunities for you to do that. But it's opportunities that we've talked about for unique betting chances to just take it to the next level. If you don't want to build your own same-game parlay, you can check out popular same-game parlays right now where you can join the bets that people are already doing. For example, if you look on right now, there's a popular same-game parlay involving the Suns and Pelicans tonight. Chris Paul over 20.5 points, CJ McCollum over 23.5 points, Brandon Ingram over 26.5 points, and DeAndre Ayton over 20.5 points. All of those combined, it's a plus 1370 if you want to go ahead and make that bet. So you can do that too. People are doing popular betting like that. It's all same-game parlays. It's all FanDuel Sportsbook. It's all for you. If you're new to FanDuel, sign up with promo code BIGHEAD and get your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. Make every moment more and download the FanDuel Sportsbook app on your device. Just use promo code BIGHEAD so they know that I sent you. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. Refund issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. So we're talking about old Doc, and here's what Doc was asked about blowing, or what people call blowing multiple 3-1 leads, which he's done 3 times in the past. And here's what he had to say.
Well, it's easy to use me as an example, but I wish y'all would tell the whole story with me, all right? My Orlando team is the HC. No one gives me credit for getting up against the Pistons who won the title. That was an HC. Go look at that. I want you to go back and look at that roster. I dare you to go back and look at that roster, and you would say, what a hell of a coaching job. Really. I mean, the Clipper team that we lost 3-1. Chris Paul didn't play in the first 2 games and was playing on one leg. And we didn't have home court. And then the last one, to me, is the one we blew. That's the one I said, we blew that. Now, it was in the bubble. And anything can happen in the bubble. There's no home court. Game 7 would have been in L.A., you know.
So Doc's clearly a little personally peeved by some of this discussion. Let me clarify a couple things though. Number one, he said that that Orlando team, the 03 Orlando team that blew a 3-0 or a 3-1 lead against the Pistons. He said that Pistons team went on to win the title. Well, they won the title the next year. That year they went and got swept in the finals against the New Jersey Nets. So they got swept in the conference finals. That team definitely did not win. Also, that Magic roster, is not like, I mean, it ain't great, but it had Tracy McGrady. You heard of Tracy McGrady?
Yeah.
In his 5th year, like in the midst of his prime.
Drew Gooden?
Guy averaged 32 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists a game, shooting 46%. That's pretty good. If you have that guy, you feel like you probably, in decent shape, shooting 39% from 3. Mike Miller was on that team, who was pretty good. Grant Hill kind of, slumming along a little bit towards the end of his career on that team. Drew Gooden was on that team. The elderly Sean Kemp was on that team, which is quite something to think about.
Mike Miller and Drew Gooden on the same team?
Yes, indeed.
How?
That's what happened. Mike was 22 and he was 33.
You looking at the playoff, Ross?
No, look at the team. They played.
Come on, we traded Drew Gooden for Mike Miller.
Drew Gooden was on that team. Drew Gooden, Sean Kemp, Mike Miller, all on the same team.
Oh, all right.
And the biggest atrocity of all of that was T-Mac calling the series done. That was when the first year when the playoffs
he was
went to Game 7. we got to the second round.
Yeah.
Dude, that was a force.
Sorry, T-Mac, not the problem though in that playoff series. So not the problem at all. And yes, Mike Miller was eventually traded in that season, but yeah, they swapped like that. But yes. Yeah. They are at least listed together. Yeah. So I'm not sure they ever actually played together, but they are listed together as people that were on these teams. Anyway, point being, the bigger issue is that's you blew it. But
we're not gonna go through some.
More importantly, how about just throwing him under the bus? 20 years later, like sorry, your team's. Hey, look at that roster. I mean, my God, I was lucky to even just be without a bunch of scrubs. I could barely make it. Oh my God!
Forget about he was T-Mac's coach though, man. That's why.
This is hey, if he loses this one, their record in elimination games, 15-36. Doc Rivers' record in games where he could put the other team out.
Go ahead, take a look.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. We're a great team, okay? Like Doc's so loud. Everything's loud.
Man's throat is just
throw. Oh my God.
Do you guys remember the group Oaktown 357? Those ladies. Yeah. This is how I. There you go. Ooh, look at Jenny. Saucy. That's the way I knew he was initially lying because I go with San Antonio 357. San Antonio won the championships in 03, 05, and 07. So when he said 03, I was like, dude, that's my San Antonio 357.
Exactly.
Stop it.
No, that's not. No. Yeah, he didn't know. It was. He got that a little mixed up there.
Got a little juicy, got you crazy.
Oh,
that ain't the CD version. One Pretty Pearl, you know
it. All right, we come back. We'll continue here on Grind Time. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
Add a little fun to your lunch break. Join Johnny Radio for Sports 56 Happy Hour from 11 to 1 every weekday on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Let's say you need a new car, so you go to a dealer, right? Wrong. You need to go to Mount Moriah Auto Sales. Why? Because why limit yourself to just one kind of car when you can choose from all kinds of cars, SUVs, and trucks? All different years, all different makes, all different models. Really good prices, too. Now, everyone says that about the money, but Mount Moriah Auto Sales proves it. They work hard to get you the deal you want, even financing. Plus, they have a huge full-service department to help you take care of your car. So many choices at Mount Moriah Auto Sales. They're almost unlimited with new vehicles coming in every day. Now, these are really good cars and trucks and SUVs that you'll want to drive. And yes, low miles too. It's so easy. Just go to Mount Moriah Auto Sales, tell them what you want, but keep your eyes open because you might just find the car of your dreams. Mount Moriah Auto Sales makes it all possible. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner, right on the price, right on Mount Moriah.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. When was the last time you had your heating system cleaned? How about a safety inspection? Right now, Conway Service is offering our 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your heating system for only $69. That's right, for only $69, we'll come out and perform our 16-point energy-saving Super Tune-Up on your heating system. We'll also include a complete safety inspection using our state-of-the-art camera system, making sure your heating system is safe to operate this winter. Plus, we'll run a carbon monoxide test on your heating system, all for only $69. You can have the peace of mind knowing your heating system is safe and ready for those cold winter nights. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric service company at 384-3511. That's 384-3511. Call this week, and we'll perform your heating system tune-up for only $57.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commissions, sales leads, and a great place to work. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flinn.com. Start your career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Sometimes a little bit of modern technology can be a good thing, like ordering a perfect breakfast or lunch from Sunrise Online. It's a simple thing. Just go to sunrise901.com and choose from the menu of fresh homemade deliciousness from either Sunrise location. By the time you pick up your food, it'll be ready to be enjoyed whether you're eating at the office or at home. Once you tuck into some Sunrise, your day will already be better. Sunrise901.com. One-stop shopping for the best breakfast or lunch in town.
People always ask me, what does being a dealer for the people really mean? Does it mean the best value or the best service or the best selection? This is Colin Johnston from DeSoto Auto Sales. For the people is a simple idea. We believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. This belief drives the entire team at DeSoto Auto Sales to care more, to try harder, and to work smarter. We're dedicated to helping you find the perfect car for your life and budget. Many people come to DeSoto Auto Sales for help. Maybe they're making payments on a car that's no longer right for them. Or maybe they owe more on their car than it's worth. Or maybe they've had credit problems in the past. Or maybe they're just nervous and want to make sure they're taken care of. No problem is too big for us. We may not be able to help everybody, but I guarantee we will try our best to help you. I'm Colin, and I'm a dealer for the people. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales at 5704 Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Give us a call at 662-890-7184 or pick out your nicer, newer car at DeSotoAutoSales.com.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sand.
NFL Draft. Anthony Sand, who you got in the first pick?
Le'Veon McNicholson. He's an offensive guard out of Nebraska.
Oh, man. Man, I guess it's going to be Trevon Walker. I don't know, man. This seems – I mean, he's good, but I don't know. It's just – we're going to get some trades?
You know,
absolutely. Debo, he's up out of here.
There's no way they're trading Debo.
He's up out of here.
There's no way they're stupid.
You done gave up on your boy
He's
Debo?
up out of here. Come on,
way
man. He's not a real – come on, man.
Oh, he's destroying him.
He's up out of here.
He's tearing apart Debo.
We're open for business. New York Jets, I want their 10th pick. I want your second round pick, and you can have them.
Man,
man.
We got the Commanders have got the 11th pick. I will happily give you the 11th pick for Debo.
Now, you gotta give me a little more than that, but you can have him though. By all means, he come on, dude. He's not worth it. Like, come on.
You crazy?
Shanahan is using him in the right form. When he goes to another team and he's strictly a wide receiver, it's gonna look like Jared Jackson money to you. Watch.
Man, it's gonna be tough.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
It's going to be tough, man.
Man, when you do all this in the club, we're done with you.
What are you doing? What's all this? Do it again? Do all what?
He did the cutthroat thingy. You know, they had a sign up said Debo signing with San Francisco, and he's looking in the camera, doing all of that. Like,
oh, get him out of here, man.
Yeah, get him out of here. Oh, yeah, get him out of here. You ain't Jerry Rice.
Man, if y'all trade Debo, y'all are stupid.
Les Quinones back in Memphis next 100%.
Les Quinones, yeah, I think so. He said he's hiring an agent, but he's going to keep his.
I had no clue you could do that.
Yeah, you could do it now. But I think he'll be back for sure. Landers Nolly not back.
Woo!
Announces that he's going to transfer to Cincinnati.
A rival.
Do
the Tigers have a rival? Is it Houston? Does Houston give a crap about us like we give about them?
I don't think there's a real.
Memphis is kind of home of one side of rivalry too, man.
Memphis
like,
got several
home of one side.
For real, like NBA and man, we hated the Clippers. Clippers was like, fam, like what? Why y'all hate us? No, bro. The Clippers did not hate us the way we hated them, man.
No, I mean the fans did. I mean the players. I think there was a legitimate rivalry on that.
Huh?
On the floor. Yeah.
I don't think the Clippers cared too much about us.
No, they definitely did. You could tell. I mean, you go back and watch those games. They definitely there was a.
This what we're in now feels like a more authentic. Like we really got something with y'all. Man.
No. The Clippers, man, go back and watch it. No, there was a. I mean,
we were bullies. Zebo was like tackling them. Like if you look at the clip, Blake Griffin was like, "Why are you fighting me?"
Exactly.
Blake, that's what I'm saying. I don't think the Clippers.
No, that was the Thunder. The Thunder was a real one for.
Yeah,
for
that was real.
That was
for
for
that was real.
But yeah, when you play teams in playoffs multiple years,
it happens.
That's going to happen.
But it was still very one sided, bro. I really don't think the Clippers knew why they liked
But let's go to the college because college is like I don't know who Cincinnati kinda Louisville was the rival forever, but we don't.
Houston might be a real rivalry because Coach what's the name takes shots at us like it ain't nothing, man.
Nah, man, no.
Are you sure?
Nah, not yet. But anyway, Landers Nolly, Tiger fans, are they right to be aggrieved that he's
weird.
going to a
you're weirdo.
quote-unquote rival?
Who cares?
I want a Landers Nolly Cincinnati jersey. How about them apples?
Yeah, Jordan brand joint. With the black and red.
Send me one, Landers. I love you, boy. Send me one.
Man, Landers Nolly.
Y'all are weird, man. Leave the dude alone.
I don't know.
You didn't want him.
I get it. You didn't want exactly.
So why you care where you go?
Exactly. You cast him aside.
Yeah, for space.
Penny
for a roster space.
So that's all right.
Cash consideration.
Right. For that shooter that's like to be named later.
Hansel.
Yeah, stop, man. Come on, stop. Hey, man, that dude gonna get us canceled for stuff I ain't even saying.
Yeah, don't.
It was the black guy. It wasn't me.
No, I don't think there's a rivalry. There was some like UAB maybe back in the day, maybe. Obviously Louisville forever, but Southern Miss for a while.
Hey man, that man said your boy Hansel gonna be the shooter. Come on, man.
I didn't say that. I just want the record to reflect. I didn't say that at all.
Get this dude off there, man.
We gotta go. Go to the next sports style. Y'all be good.
Hi, this is Lauren Choate with Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. Choate's has been serving the Mid-South for over 60 years, and we want to say thank you to our customers. Without your referrals and repeated business, we would not be in business as long as we have been. We promise to continue to run our company with dignity and quality service that we have for all these years. Those who do not use us, we invite you to take advantage of our $60 spring AC tune-up, which includes washing out the dirt in your condenser coils, checking your refrigerant pressures, checking your electrical components, and replacing customer-provided filters. Keeping your AC system maintained can reduce